This is a video that I've been wanting to make for a while now. As you can tell from the title, it is 7 sustainable millennial companies that I've tried, ranked from my least favorite to my favorite, or I guess least favorite to my favorite. So I wanna just first touch on what I'm defining as a millennial company. You probably already have a sense of what I'm talking about just from the thumbnail or just from what it evokes when you hear that. But the way that I'm defining millennial company in the broadest sense is by millennials for millennials. I don't think that every single one of these companies was started by a millennial, and I don't think that the only consumers or target demo are millennials, but I think in general, that's the vibe that I get. A lot of these companies are heavily marketed on social media. A lot of these companies are also on the pricier side somewhat, and a lot of them are also subscription-based. And lastly, a lot of them are sort of sustainably minded or use sustainability as a big part of their marketing. So I'm gonna tell you what I think about 7 of these companies that I've tried. I'm just gonna go over each one pretty quickly because I wanna get through the video as quickly as possible. But if you have more questions, then please feel free to ask them in the comments. I'll answer as many as I can. And as always, I'll have time codes in the description box. So if you wanna jump around, do what you gotta do. At number 7, so my least favorite of all of these companies is Buffy. So Buffy is a bedding company that primarily makes duvets or comforters. I was very taken in by their marketing. I feel like they did this huge marketing campaign a couple years ago where they were advertising their duvet being made out of eucalyptus, being really cool to sleep on, being really soft and fluffy like a cloud. So one of their duvets is called the Cloud, and then they have one called the Breeze, which is supposed to be lighter and cooler. Basically what this company claims is that because of the eucalyptus fiber, the cover is cooling, has like a cooling effect. And that was really appealing to me because I'm a hot sleeper. After ordering it, I realized that only the external part of the duvet is made out of eucalyptus fabric, and the fill is made out of polyester. It is recycled plastic bottles, which is nice, but it's polyester nonetheless, which is extremely hot. So Paul and I tried sleeping with it for a few nights, and I don't think I've ever slept hotter in my life. We both would wake up drenched in sweat. We were so uncomfortable. It was such an unpleasant sleeping experience. It feels like kind of cool to the touch, but it wasn't enough to counteract the extreme hotness of the polyester fill. And furthermore, if you are someone that likes to put a duvet cover over your duvet, which I am, then you're basically going to negate that cooling effect anyway. So unfortunately, I really didn't like the Cloud. I didn't want to try the Breeze because I do like a fluffier duvet, and the Breeze is really thin, and maybe I'm asking for too much to want to have a fluffy duvet that also doesn't make me too hot. I will say one thing I really liked about the company is that instead of having you ship it back to them to cut down on their carbon footprint, they just have you donate it to a local charity, somewhere that accepts bedding, and then they give you a refund. So I really appreciated that. That's not something that I feel like they heavily advertised, but I feel like that's an example of them sort of putting their money where their mouth is and actually doing a sustainable kind of behind the scenes thing that's also charitable. Unfortunately, overall, really did not like Buffy, and I wouldn't recommend it personally. Next up, number 6 is a company called Ettitude. This is a company that makes bamboo bedding. The reason that I was drawn into this company was that they claimed that their bedding was bamboo silk. So they were like all the benefits of silk while being ethical and eco-friendly and all that. So the concept of a vegan sustainable silk really spoke to me because if you have wavy or curly hair or frizz prone hair in general, you are supposed to sleep on a silk pillowcase that can really help with frizz. Silk alternatives or satin are made out of polyester. I ordered a couple of pillowcases, a set of scrunchies, and an eye mask from Ettitude. While I liked the pillowcases and thought that they were very soft and comfortable, they were not silk-like in any way. They just reminded me more of like a nice organic cotton. So from that perspective, I would say their marketing is a little bit misleading, but I do like the pillowcases, like I said. The scrunchies, I had 2 of the scrunchies break on me, which I don't know, I feel like when you have thick hair, like scrunchies just kind of break in general. I don't really think that's their fault, but they did end up sending me more, which was nice. And I really like the sleep mask, so that's great. You know, bamboo is said to be a much more sustainable material than cotton. They have a whole page on their website dedicated to why bamboo is more sustainable, so I will put a link to that page in the description box. I like their stuff, but in terms of what they were claiming and what I was expecting, it didn't meet my expectations. So number 5 is Floyd, which is a trendy furniture company. I had seen their beds a lot on Instagram and Architectural Digest and places like that, and I always, you know, thought that they were really nice, but like I said, they're pretty expensive. When we moved here, we didn't have a bed, and so we were looking at different bed frames and whatnot, and Paul's mom wanted to buy us a Floyd bed as kind of a housewarming gift. So we got one. Basically, it is a platform style bed. Essentially what you get when they send it to you is a bunch of wood planks, and then you put it together. It was kind of a pain in the ass to put together. Like, it was actually really hard. Floyd claims that they are passionate about reducing furniture landfill waste, which I can only imagine is a huge problem. This is what they claim on their website, and they have a whole section about their sustainability aspect, but this is sort of the key part. Furniture that won't deteriorate when moved or follow trends that go out of style in a few years. Pieces designed to be serviceable, making it easy for customers to replace parts over time if necessary, and manufactured in the US, closer to our customers, to reduce emissions caused by excess transportation. One thing I really love about the bed, when we move eventually, it'll be so easy to move the bed, basically just taking it apart and moving a bunch of like wooden planks down the stairs instead of an awkwardly shaped bed. Another thing I really like about it that I feel adds to the sustainability factor is, let's say if we moved and we wanted to upgrade from a queen to a king, you can buy an extension kit and basically just add to the bed to turn it from a queen to a king. And I would think that the wood pieces themselves could easily be repurposed if you did decide to, you know, get rid of the bed or you didn't want it anymore. I do feel like we'll have this bed for a long time. I really like it. Their other furniture is beautiful too. I love the couch. Again, it's all really expensive. So that's Floyd. Number 4 is Daily Harvest, which I have talked about a lot on this channel, and for that reason, I'm not going to go into much detail. I wasn't sure if I should include this on the list because it's not like the others in that it's a food company, but I feel like when I think of millennial companies, like I pretty much think of Daily Harvest as like the mold for millennial companies. And they also, you know, have a sustainability factor to them that, you know, they claim to be much more sustainable than other food delivery companies, which I agree with. Other than that, I'm not gonna say much more. I have 3 Daily Harvest videos on my channel, so I will put them up here and in the description box if you wanna check out my thoughts, extensive thoughts on Daily Harvest. You can watch some of those. Number 3 is Drops, which is an eco-friendly dishwasher and laundry detergent pod company. So like I said, they sell dishwasher and laundry pods. I love this company. I feel like it's kind of like a 7th generation, but with better packaging. Before I found this company, I was buying the 7th generation dishwasher pods, but unfortunately, I'd buy them in the grocery store in a plastic bag, which obviously then I have to throw away. Drops ships everything in 100% recyclable packaging. So basically they just send a little cardboard box that has paper tape, and then you just open the box and it's just these other 2 cardboard boxes, one for me with my laundry pods and one with my dishwasher pods. They come every 4 months. I don't have to think about it. Price-wise, it ends up coming out to 27 cents per load for laundry and 30 cents per load for the dishwasher. I think it's pretty reasonable. I have found this company to be a really amazing solution to a problem that I was having, which was how do I make my laundry and dishwasher situation more eco-friendly? And I feel like Drops has solved that solution or solved that problem for me. And yeah, that's Drops, number 3. So number 2 is Bite. A lot of you have probably heard of Bite. They've become a really big company, but it is primarily a toothpaste company. They sell toothpaste tablets, and now they also sell floss, they also sell mouthwash, and they also sell teeth whitening kits, which I think is really cool. When I was sort of on my low waste journey of trying to reduce waste in different parts of my life, one area that I had a really hard time with was toothpaste. And I thought, how am I gonna find a low waste toothpaste alternative or zero waste toothpaste alternative, because it comes in these plastic tubes, and I've got my bamboo toothbrush, but what about the toothpaste? Lo and behold, a few years later, someone comes up with a solution to that. And I don't think Bite is the first company to ever have toothpaste tablets. I know Fresh has had toothpaste tablets for a while, and I'm sure other companies have also, but they have Bite has kind of broken into the mainstream. I find brushing with the tablet is just so simple. Basically, the first time you order, you'll get a jar with your bites inside, and then when they ship you your refills, you get a little paper packet that has your bites inside. I also love that they have vegan floss that's compostable. I've been using their floss for probably about a year now. I am so curious to try their teeth whitening kit. Last time I checked, it was sold out, but I haven't checked in a little while. One thing I really don't like about Bite, I find their website so fucking confusing. It looks like it would be really simple, and I have so much trouble navigating it, figuring out my order, adding to my order without starting a new order. Maybe there's just something wrong with me that I can't figure it out. If you've had experience on their website, let me know so I know that I'm not just a tech illiterate millennial. So yeah, number 2 was Bite. Number 1 on my list of sustainable millennial companies is Coyuchi. Basically, they make organic cotton towels, linens, some clothing. Their cotton is ethically grown and harvested. Most of their cotton is fair trade certified, but not all of it, which I find a little troubling. I wonder why it's not all. They are part of the 1% for the Planet Pledge, meaning that they donate at the end of the year 1% of their profits from the year to environmental organizations. They will also take back old fabrics and linens. So basically, if you bought something from them and you decide you don't want it in a few years, you can send it back to them. They will mend it or incorporate it into a new product, and then they sell it at their store in California, which I think is really cool. I had kind of been eyeing them for a while, and then I ended up buying them actually Memorial Day weekend last year, which is funny because we just had Memorial Day weekend, but they had a sale, and so I kind of waited until I knew there would probably be a sale, and I ended up getting them for, I think, 20% off, but I got 4 towels and 4 bath towels, 4 hand towels. I got the Cloud Loom towels. I love the colors that they have. They're all just very kind of neutral and natural looking and just soothing to the eye. I love the feeling of them. They're so soft, they're so absorbent. The texture of them hasn't changed at all from the moment that I took them out of the box until now, a year later, after you wash them. Like, they just always feel exactly the same, whereas I think a lot of towels will kind of degrade quality over time. This was more of an investment, but when I was moving here, I was like, I want to have nice towels for the first time in my life, because if you think about it, we use towels every single day, multiple times a day, and so I wanted mine to be really nice, feel good, be organic, fair trade, etc. I also got a shower curtain from them and a bath mat. That's Coyuchi, and they are number 1 on my list. So that's it for my list of sustainable millennial companies ranked from least favorite to favorite. Hope it was helpful, hope it was informative. Like I said, if you have any other questions, please let me know in the comments. I'll try to answer them. Would love to know your thoughts on these companies, if you've tried them or if you've tried similar or competitive companies. Let me know what you thought of those, and I'll see you next time. Bye.